Chair now recognizes the gentleman from New York, Mr. Zeldin, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today, this week, as we celebrate National Police Week. We recognize the service and sacrifice of the brave men and women who have lost their lives in the line of duty while serving to protect us. National Police Week began in 1962 when President John F. Kennedy signed a proclamation designated May 15th as Peace Officers Memorial Day and the week in which that falls as Police Week. The memorial service began in 1982 as a gathering in Senate Park of approximately 120 survivors and supporters of law enforcement. Decades later, National Police Week has grown to a series of events which attract thousands of survivors and law enforcement officers to our nation's capital each year. National Police Week draws in between 25,000 and 40,000 participants. The National Peace Officers Memorial Service, which is sponsored by the Grand Lodge of the Fraternal Order of Police, is one in a series of events which includes the Candlelight Vigil, which is sponsored by the National Law Enforcement Officers Memorial Fund, and seminars sponsored by Concerns of Police Survivors. The attendees come from departments throughout the United States, as well as from agencies throughout the world. This provides a unique opportunity to meet others who share a common brotherhood. Our police force, all around America, plays an essential role in our communities, putting their lives on the line every day to protect us. Just last week, in my home state of New York, a member of the NYPD, 25-year-old Brian Moore from Long Island, was killed in the line of duty. I'd like to take this opportunity, speaking for many fellow Long Islanders who want his family to know that Brian remains in our thoughts and prayers during this very difficult time. Mark Mogill, a Floridian and former New Yorker, recently wrote to me very passionately defending the law enforcement community, stating in part, "Police officers merit our unwavering appreciation and support as loyal Americans, and our awareness of the traditional and touching parting words almost always used amongst them. Stay safe." It is my strongly held belief that no child should grow up fearing or lacking respect for law enforcement. And for those who consider themselves to be protesters, who resort to violence and stealing and burning down a church-run senior center, you lose any shot of moral high ground when you resort to those tactics. It's so unfortunate that today in our society, we have this anti-police culture with people acting with unjustified acts of violence against our police force. Our police serve and protect us to keep our communities and citizens safe. This week, we honor them for their acts of selfless courage and leadership in our community. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.